All right, guys, we wanted to give you a little update into what we experienced yesterday. It's always something here in this shithole, uh, but was around 11 or 12 or
Yep.
10 or so, in between 10 and 12 maybe. All right, Joe come to me and said, Dad, you ain't gonna believe what's going on. And of course, he tells me, hey, they had two flights on military planes of illegals, uh, and these were criminals that had been locked up in the U.S. That were prior criminals that they sent or just let out. I don't know all the circumstances behind all that of Colombian illegals that were in the U.S. So the president here in this country sent the plane back or wouldn't let them land, so they dumped them off in Brazil. Wouldn't even take his own citizens back and starts schooling us on how ugly and bad we Americans are with that saber rattling. Uh, what was he saying? Beneath their dignity or something?
Uh, he was saying to treat them with dignity, treat criminals like kings, basically.
Yeah, and that's
And
the normal here. You treat the criminal as the king, and there's no justice here. So he kept putting tweets out pretty much throughout the day yesterday, right?
pretty much every hour.
Every hour, president of Colombia, and kept upping the ante on it, and finally got to a point to where he started threatening us Americans that are living here, and being fairly bold about it. So that struck a nerve with me, so I immediately called the embassy, and I was shocked because of course, immediately got somebody on the phone, but no one there seemed to even be knowledgeable to what was transpiring in real time events during the day yesterday. And I said, well, uh, and I want to be fair about how I presented the question as to what I was told. Uh, I phrased the question like this: uh, Who is in control? I know that our U.S. ambassador has not been confirmed here yet. Who is in control? And are there any Biden people still there running things? No, all Biden's guys, people just got up and left. Exact quote from the guy. No, all Biden's people just got up and left. So that was kind of nerve wracking. However, we were told if it was an emergency to give them a call, but we've been through what uh, when you notify the embassy in a third world country, if you're in one, a U.S. embassy, and you're in trouble, they just tell you get to the embassy, and the only help they will provide for you actually is to give you a free plane ticket, or if you've lost a passport, replace that for you. But you got to pay for it. It's no real help actually, because you end up paying for the help that you receive. So I was pretty baffled at that. But lo and behold, we are more bold today, although we are walking in humbleness out and about around here. Uh, Joe really not, because he looks like Mike Tyson or Sonny Liston walking up or down everywhere he walks. But we are being humble, I will say. Uh, but we are more bold today, and we are so thankful to the good Lord that we have such a strong president, because before nightfall last night, everything the president here was saying, he immediately reversed and flipped. Uh, and said he'd do every single thing that Trump asked for. So I guess if you've been watching the news, you all know he said 25% tariffs right now, a travel ban against Colombia right now. No diplomats or their family members are welcome into the U.S., or anyone that works for or supports the Colombian government will be allowed in the U.S. And the tariffs will go up to 50% in 1 week's time. And there was a lot of confusion, seemed like, on the Colombian end. Basically, all of the president here's cabinet positions met at the Capitol in Bogota, and there was a lot of confusion because they were supposed to have a press conference at 8 o'clock. That press conference did not happen until about 12 o'clock last night or this morning or thereabouts. I didn't watch it, but I know around 12 o'clock I was still looking for it, and they hadn't done it. It was not aired. So complete reversal. And Trump did all this while playing 9 rounds of golf at Mar-a-Lago. Let me tell you something, love or hate him. And for those of you, we love him. But for those of you that don't like him or his detractors, let me tell you something. You need to put your head between your legs I'm saying that kind of crazy. If you're overseas and you didn't have Trump, you might as well put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye, because there's no help for you as an American. And it hasn't been for 4 years for any of us. And the old adage, there is a new sheriff in town. It is a new day. America is exuding its greatness. We are acting in accordance with the power that we have, and it is us, and then it's everybody else. And I don't mean that ugly to anyone from any country, but it is actually us, and then there's everybody else. And the rest of you, to my fellow Americans, you need to really get a hold of yourself, come on board with us, because our camp is just growing in popularity, and you liberals, you are just shrinking and shrinking and shrinking into the trash bin of history, and you are dissolving away. You are on the wrong side of history. The things that you want, like zero constitutionality, taking small groups and making it mandatory that they lead over the masses. All that shit's gone. Nobody wants it no more. And we're all people that love our country. We're all feeling a lot better. And you guys, the detractors, you need to come over and join our camp too. Don't you think, Joe?
Yep.
You got anything you want to say? How do you feel about what Trump did?
Great.
How have you felt since he got elected? How have you been feeling more of?
I feel stronger for some reason.
Yeah. So he don't know what it is, but he feels stronger. And I'm the same way. I do know what it is. It's a respect for your leadership. You know they are going to stick to you like glue and be in your corner, and your story will be heard when you are treaded on. So it's a good feeling. We are fine and in a lot more boldness today. We thank the good Lord first, and we thank President Trump secondly. And much love to our American brothers and sisters.